we are going to solve algebra word problems together. First of all, we will practice how to translate the sentences into expressions. Then I will introduce you steps for dealing word problems. Now, do you remember the basic algebra knowledges we learned before? Have a look at this chart. Have a look at this diagram. Please explain all of these in your own words. So if you are not sure any of this, then please quickly go back to the basic algebra videos and then watch them again. Then recap them, please. So these are the vocabularies related to the four operations. So when you translate the sentences into the expressions, please focus on these words and change them into addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Have a look at this together. So first one, addition. Addition, when you see the word all together, sum, total, combine, all of these are linking to the addition, and subtraction is the same as the difference, less than, and fewer than. Then multiplication, per and product of the numbers, and then double and triple. These are very useful. Then division is a divide into, per, share, or split it into. But let's have a look at these two words. So, for example, I've got 10 divided by 2. Then definitely we can use 10 divided by 2. But how about divided into? Yes, 2 divide into 10, right? So don't get confused with two words. Now, forming expressions, creating expressions is a key skill for solving algebra word problems. Now, have a look at this together. So you've got Alice gets P pocket money. Then, now, what you need to do is thinking about your unknown value variables. So here, the money that Alice has got is a P, right? Then the Joe gets the same as Alice plus 5. This is our keyword that we need to write down the expressions for Joe. Expression can be P plus 5. Now, let's write down the expressions for Kate's money. Now, she's got to double the amount. Double is, as you can see, it's 2 times, right? Double the amount of Joe, that's P plus 5. But make sure you must have a bracket. So then let's put the P plus 5. Then what we need to do is an expanding bracket. So to P plus 10 is the expression for the Kate. Let's try another one. Then a glass can hold the K amount of a milliliter. That's our variable. Then cup can hold, that's our keyword. 30 milliliter less than is a minus, right? Then the capacity of a glass is K. So let's write down the expression. So it begins with the K. Take away 30 is the expression for the cup. Then let's talk about our jug. Then the keyword is 5 times the amount of the cup. So 5 times is, change this operation, 5 times. Then have a bracket. Then our expression for cup is, so substitute K minus 30. Then let's expand our bracket. That is 5K minus 150. And finally, let's have a look at this. These are the amount of money they get. So Andy is X, Sarah is X plus 4. There we are looking for the expression for the Fred. Let's change this keyword. Let's translate the keywords into the expression. Double is 2 times. Then the amount of Sarah is, as you can see, that's X plus 4, right? Let's have a bracket, X plus 4. Then next thing you can do is expanding the bracket. We can say 2x plus 8 is the expression for the Fred. Then next question is asking you to find the total. All together means you add them all together. So let's see. And is x. Sarah's expression is x plus 4. Have your bracket. That's simpler and easier, right? The Fred is 2x plus 8. Then let's collect the like terms. How many x? 4x, and then add the numbers 12. These are the sum of their salaries. Then now they're both Jessica gets the 3 times the amount of their total. Now this is our final goal. So 3 times is 3 times. Then have a bracket, and there you know their total is bracket and 4x plus 12. Then let's expand our bracket. So 12x, then 3 times 12 gives you 36. Now let's talk about the steps for solving algebra word problems. First of all, we need to read the question, read through the problem. That means we always need to identify our final goal, then our keywords. So when you read question, please underline the final goal and keywords. Then now step 2 is represent the unknown numbers with the variables. That means we need to find our x. That is the unknown value, right? So identify the which one need to be the x. Then now translate our expressions, our keywords into the algebra expressions with the variables. Then now simplify your expression, then find x is the last thing we need to do. Then let's practice together. First of all, find the final goal, and then keywords begins with the final goal. Final goal is, the question is asking you to find the cost of 1 plain biscuit. That's our final goal. Then now let's see our keywords. So 1 flute biscuit is 10p more than the plain biscuit. So let's change this keyword into, so let's write it down. So flute biscuit is 10p more than plain biscuit. These are our keywords. Later we will translate this into the mathematical expression. Then second keyword is 2 flute biscuit and 6 plain biscuit. All together it costs 2.60 pounds. Let's write these as algebra expressions. First one, let's decide what is our unknown values. Let's put plain biscuit. The cost of plain biscuit is x. This is the also same time is the final goal, right? So plain biscuit equals 10p more than is adding, right? Then plain biscuit is x. So the expression for the flute biscuit is x plus 10. Now we've got a 2 flute biscuit. Since we know that flute biscuit is x plus 10, let's put it in here. Have a bracket. 2 times x plus 10, then 6, then plain biscuit is x. That gives you 260p, right? Let's expand our bracket. So now 2x plus 20 plus 60 equals 260. Then let's collect the like terms. 8x, then 260, take away 20. So 8x equals 240, and then we need to divide by 8, right? Then it gives you x is 30. Now this is important. Now what you need to do is check your x. What was your variables? That's the price of the plain biscuit. That's 30p. Then also you need to check with your final goal. Is actually x is your final goal. Finding the price of the plain biscuit is 30p. Well done. So you always begins with finding your final goal and identify your keyword. So final goal is so finding the Mia's money. That's our final goal. And then what we know, what we get from the question is Mia has £13 more than Jane. More than is so Mia's money is £13 more than J. Let's put Jane as a J. Then together, our second keyword is together. So Mia plus Jane makes £51. Let's change this keyword translate this into the expression. Then let's think about our variables, a known value. Let's put Jane's money as a variable. Then Mia's money, we can write expressions. Then 13 more than is adding, right? So J plus 13 is Mia's money. Then now let's put J plus 13. Then add J, that gives you 51, right? Then let's simplify our equation. So 2J plus 13, that gives 51. Leave 2J, then move 13, that means 51 take away 13, then 2J makes 38, right? So let's divide by 2. So J makes 38 divided by 2. So always go back to your unknown value. That was the Jane's money, and we can see £19. But make sure we always need to go back to our final goal. Is what's our final goal? That's Mia's money, not Jane's money, right? Then Mia's money is £13 more than Jane. So 19 plus 13, that gives you £32. Now answer is, so Mia's money is £32. Now, again, identify our final goal and the keyword. So underline the final goal, that is how much money did Joshua give. That means we need to find the Joshua's donation, right? And let's see our keyword is, let's organize our information from the question. Ethan gave 3 times as much as Joshua. That means Ethan's donation is 3 times more than Joshua. So 3 times is 3 times Josh. Then now our second keyword is 2 of them. Add them together. The Ethan's donation and Josh's donation makes 280. So let's translate these sentences into the expression. So let's see now, we need to identify our unknown value. That is, in this situation, Josh's donation needs to be the unknown value, but that is linking to the final goal as well. So let's say Ethan's donation is 3J. So let's put 3J, then add J, that gives you 280. Then you add them together, 4J equals 280. So J, the Joshua's donation, is 280 divided by 4. That gives you £70. Always make sure your unknown value is about the Josh's donation, and that is, as we can see, our final goal, right? So you can answer as a £70. Now, this time, our final goal is how many miles did Mrs. Lee drove. So that's mile, how many miles. Then keyword is, let's see, so I lent a car. Then the price is £50 per day plus add, then every 1 mile I need to pay £1.5. That means £1.5 per mile, and that is the total money for the length. This is our keyword. Let's translate this into the expression 50 per day. That means times, right? So So here we've got 2 days, 50 times 2, then 1.5 per mile is you times the mile. Then now we can identify our unknown value, that is the mile. That's m. Let's put m. So 1.5 m. It gives you how much? Then total cost is 400. Now simplify the equation. 100 plus 1.5 m equals 400. So leave the 1.5 m. Then 400 take away 100. Then 1.5 m is 300. Let's divide by 1.5. So m, our unknown value, is 300 divided by 1.5. But make sure when you divide the decimals, you won't have decimals, right? So change the 1.5 as a whole number. 3000 divided by 15, right? You remember, right? So now let's see. 3000 divided by, because you can divide by the decimal number. So 15, that gives you 200. So m is 200. Ask question yourself, what was m? M is a mile. Then what's our final goal? Final goal is finding the how many miles? So 200 miles. So I drove 200 miles. This is really similar question with the previous one. So identify final goal is how many hours. So Chris is hiring the whole. Keyword is a £30 booking fee. So £30. Then additionally, we need to pay £10 per hour. That it gives you total, right? So now our total is 120. Then our missing value is 30 plus 10 per hour means times, right? Hour can be our unknown value. So then that gives you 120. Now all we need to do is simplify and finding our h. 30 plus 10h is 120. So leave 10h. Then 120 take away 30. Then always we need to have only h. So our h is divided by 10. Then 90 divided by 10 is 9. So let's see what was h. h is the hours that Chris hired the whole. So that is the same as the final goal. So we can write our answer as 9 hours. Right, so this is the end of the video. Then remember the steps for solving the algebra word problems. First, read the question. That means you need to find your final goal and then identify keywords. Then you need to translate the keywords into the expressions. When you translate it, focus on, you need to decide what will be your unknown value. Then use the vocabularies linking to the operation. Then now finally, when you have an expression, simplify it and then find your unknown value. Then make sure always you need to go back to the final goal. Then write down your answers. So now next video we will practice intermediate level of questions. So thank you for the focus and I will see you next time. Bye.